this today, as always. Yeah, we do. How are you all? How is it going? It's pretty hot here these days, and also we have heavy rains, which do not affect our watches because they're waterproof. If we're talking about Z7, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here. Yeah, today we're gonna. This one I have in Germany, right?
Mhm.
Only in Germany, white one.
哪个？
White one.
爷爷都有。
只有德国有，或者哪儿都有。
哪儿都有，哪儿都有。
Wow, we're having great news because we're having our white Z7 everywhere in Europe now. Before we used to have only in Germany. So now, guys, if you like this color, you can go for it, and then you can get it in any European country, not only Germany, like before. So yeah, we're gonna start talking about I guess imoo watches in general, and then we'll talk specifically about Z7 and Z1, their differences, and we'll discuss. Yeah, hello, 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 welcome. We will discuss the differences. We will see which one suits more to your kit, and yeah, you can share how old your kit and what is the purpose of using the watches. Originally, we are having. Well, let's say normally Z1 are watches here they are, by the way. Yeah, they come in two colors, but you cannot see this color unfortunately because it is green. You can see it here. No, you can't. Why doesn't it work? Yeah, unfortunately you can't see it. But yeah, maybe later, guys. Yeah, Z1 watches and Z7 imoo watches, they are, well, as you know, smartwatches for kids. And then the main purpose why the parents buy this is because they want to keep in touch with the kid, and also they want to know where the kid is. It's really nice to know where the kid is just without asking the kid, just seeing the positioning and the location via using our imoo app. It is possible to see where exactly the kid now is. So normally, like, if you do worry about your kid but you don't really want to contact him or her, or just it would be like like bothering, or some parents are worried that they are, well, they're worried about the kids' privacy and all of that stuff. So if you guys are one of them, you can go for our imoo watches for kids, and then you will know where exactly your kid is, like always. And you will see the historical track for the past 2 weeks. So literally, it's not always good for those who do worry about the kids' location, but also for those who want to see the kids' routine, well, daily routine, and see the route. Like, for example, when the kid goes to school and what time the kid leaves the school, how long does it take probably for for having other additional classes. Maybe, maybe your kid is learning music or arts or anything else. So you need to know the time, what, like, for example, what time the kid leaves the school and how long it takes to get to any other place. Let's say home, maybe. Yeah, well, yeah, I know some, housewives who do cook for the kid when the kid leaves the school, start cooking when the kid leaves the school, so they need to know the exact time and to be on time, but that's a little bit too much, I guess. But anyway, yeah. With our imoo watches, you can always contact your kid because we have a place for a SIM card, so literally you can call to your kid as long as your kid picks up the phone. But maybe not. Yeah, like that. Well, I would never do that, honestly. But yeah, sometimes it works like this. As for those who do like this color, well, I wouldn't say it works, but yeah, maybe, who knows. Then for the cameras, yeah, Z7 has two, but Z1 has only one camera. No, not this color, this one. Only the front one. The front camera, well, the quality is pretty good actually for the smartwatches, and it is the same with the Z7. They have the same front camera quality. It's 2 megapixel, and then the back one on the Z7 is 5 megapixel, which is pretty good for the smartwatches. The last generation of our watches is the X10. The quality is much better for sure, but we don't have it in Europe yet. Sorry. And that's cool. Yeah, my kids. Well, if your kid is really doing sports, like swimming as sports, so it's better to go for a Z7 because it's waterproof. You can see it here. It is water, and it's waterproof up to 20 meters, maybe deeper. We never tried, but I guess your kid will not try it as well. As for the colors, yeah, we have pink, we have blue, and we have white of Z7, and then we also have pink and green of Z1, but green, unfortunately, you cannot see it here. I will try to use another camera so you can, well, yeah, unfortunately, no. Anyway, it is like, I would say it's olive green, but a little bit brighter. You can anyway see it on our website, or if you're watching us on TikTok, you can see it on the shopping bag. Then, well, I'm gonna make it this. For 7 years old, I would recommend Z7. Well, the kid can use them for looking up for the whole elementary school, and then well, if your kid needs only to call you, then it doesn't matter if the kid is using Z7 or Z1, actually, especially if you're talking about voice calls. But then well, if you have chance to buy Z7 with more features, like, because your kid is going to be growing, like, I don't know, maybe your kid would need to use the watches at school or when they're having field trips using the back camera. By the way, who knows where the back camera is on the Z7? Because obviously it's not here, right? When I first saw Z7, I actually didn't know where the camera is, and I tried to find that, and I was, pretty confused because for me it was like always only with the watches on the wrist. If we have back camera, it should be on the wrist, right? I was really confused. But yeah, maybe you're a guy smarter than me. As for white, yes, now we have white. We do have it, so you can go for it. You can see it on our website, and if I'm not mistaken, we are having promotional price now. But check it out, please, guys. I'm not quite sure. What? The main difference between Z1 and Z7, if we're talking about the way it looks like, it is that Z7 is a little bit bigger. You can see it here, but just a little bit, and doesn't affect the weight. It's almost the same. If you're, oh, it's in German actually. If your kid is too small and you are worried that the watches are gonna be a little bit heavy or something like that, you'd better, well, I guess they are not too heavy. Well, to be honest, I saw a lot of kids. I spent, like, for the last 1.5 months, I spent a lot of time with the kids just to see how they use the watches, like, in daily life. So it was not like our experiment or something. I just went to an educational place, and then I saw the problems the kids are probably meeting using our watches or something like that, and they never mentioned that the watches are too heavy or something. Well, if you're asking me which one to recommend to your kid, unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe your kid would love. Is it a boy or a girl, or what's your kid's favorite color? I'm not sure, because we don't really have a lot of choices, right? We have blue, we have pink, and we have white for Z7. Yeah, I will personally go for the white one. It's easy to It looks better with any other clothes. It's not like well, let's say I'm wearing pink today, right? If I am gonna have blue watches, it's okay, right? If I'm gonna have pink watches, it's also okay. But if I'm gonna have white watches, it's gonna look better. Well, I personally believe so. I'm not quite sure about you guys. So yeah, the watches are Z7 are waterproof up to 20 meters. So that's why in the fitness activity you can choose swimming. Let me show you. So we have fitness here. We have all of those activity rings. You can see it here. So after you choose it, you go for trainer set. Sorry, I can't read German. But yeah, anyway. So we have here our Baden. Baden, I guess it's swimming. But anyway, so yeah, we choose swimming. Then we can choose the length of the pool. We can choose the duration of the training. We can choose the calories we need to burn. Yeah, even this we can choose. And then we can choose the energy. This is about energy rings. So all of those activity rings, if for example, if you want to cover 200 then or 2000, we need to choose it here, and then the watches will let us know when the time's up and when we actually achieve that goal. As for other activities, we also have jump rope. So we have swimming, we have skipping, we have jogging, and we have sit-ups. And this is for Z7. For Z1, we do not have swimming because they're not waterproof. So for sure, if your kid just washed hands or washed face or anything like that, or probably it was heavy, heavy rain outside, so and your kid had Z1 watches, it's fine, no problem. But if your kid is gonna swim or play in the waves, let's say, or just at the beach, or he's doing swimming in the swimming pool, or maybe he's a professional swimmer, surely Z1 is a good choice for him or her. So yeah, guys, you can go for it. My kids. That's cool, really. That's really cool. I personally I wouldn't enjoy that, to be honest. But yeah, you can guess. Try. You always have a chance to do that. As for the white one, well, it is also nice. You can see the stripe is actually not completely white. You can see it here. Then on the back it is white, but it doesn't matter what color it is on the back, right? No one will really see that. Anyway, it also has the place for a SIM card. It has a chip, so it's literally the same one with these two, with the only difference, the color. So yeah, for the positioning, they're using GPS, all those GLONASS and all that stuff. So it's actually precise. So you can see in which building your kid is. You can see if your kid is indoors or outdoors. With our new watches X10, you can even see on which floor your kid is and which side of the building. For Z7, you can only see the building. Yeah, it's the same with Z1 as well. So literally, imoo watches are, Z7 is 219 euros and Z1 is 129. So the difference is not really big, but in the features, it's actually, I wouldn't say, no, I wouldn't say so. But anyway, yeah. If you want your kid to use the watches for longer, let's say for for the whole elementary school, you'd better go for Z7. Just 219 euros. It's for how long is elementary school? 6 years? 4 years? I'm not quite sure. Sorry, but yeah. Anyway, so your kid can use the watches for a long time, and you shouldn't be worried, that they're gonna be outdated or something like that. Because our imoo watches, I mean, the system contents. No, no. We do update that. It's not like our IT team doesn't work or something like that. They keep working. We have constant updates. So if your kids' watches have any bugs, you can always contact us. So you can even go to our store, physical store in let's say in Germany, for example, or where you live. For the kids, yeah. Let's talk about safety. After we started about that. For the kids, it's better to use Z7 and or Z1. It doesn't actually matter. Why I mentioned the safety, because they will never get any calls from unknown numbers. So literally, they will not get any scam calls or spam calls. They will never get through, because when we use our imoo app, this one. We can set, it's not like we can set, it's actually always restricted, so the kid will never get calls from unknown numbers. It is called reject unknown calls. You can see the track for the past 30 days. So there was no one contacting this kid. Yeah, but anyway, so if there was someone calling to your kid and that number is not in the contact list, the kid will never get that call, and you actually will also not receive any instant notification. But if you open this on the app, you will see it, and then probably your, well, no. It's not like you will, um, when someone is calling to you, you can immediately see, right? But when someone's calling to your kid, you will only see that in the app once you open the app and once you open that exact feature. So it's not like, because it's not really important, is it? But if your kid sends you a message or calls you or any other person on the app, surely you will get instant notification as long as you do not set the other. Yeah, these are the boxes for our watches. This is the way you get it. Then, but literally you will never see, you will never use that, I guess, because, well, the watches you buy them for kids, right? So for the kids use, but not for, keeping somewhere at home. Yeah. So yeah, it's for the positioning and for the location. You can see not only the location online, but you can also see the track for the past 14 days. Yeah, 2 weeks. You can see where exactly your kit was, how long stayed, what was, even you can see the speed of the kit when he or she was walking. It's not about fitness activity, it's just about walking. For example, I have these 7 watches, my personal ones, and I do not have a SIM card inside because I don't really need them. I don't use the watches to contact anyone. I use them when I just have walks or when I walk my dog. So I just want to see the track. I want to see how long it takes. I want to see all of those, heart rate and all of that stuff that we can see thanks to the watches. By the way, we can see heart rate, we can see blood oxygen, we can see also body temperature information, and the mood one when we talk about physical activity is filled automatically. But also the kid can choose the mood, board, and then the kid can fill it in himself or herself. It's also possible to check on the app, so the parent, well, there are some kids who are not willing to share with parents, or maybe they're too shy or something like that, share what's going on their mind, so they feel it's much easier than to fill in the mood, the mood board, and then just to let the parents know that he's or she's having some hard times, or maybe he's worried about something or anything like that. As for the walking, as I mentioned, my SIM card, they don't have the SIM card, so I walk without that. And then yeah, when I use them, let's say for just for tracking, it's okay once the watches are in the area of Wi-Fi. So when I go for a walk, surely there is no internet connection, so no one is able to see me online, but well, to see my location. But if I let's say that this, for example, I walk with my dog at 8 p.m. And then I get back home at 11. Well, yeah, pretty long time, but anyway. Once I get back home and my watches are connected to Wi-Fi, I can see on the app the whole track of me and my dog, where we went, how long it took, I don't know, what was the heart rate of me, all of that stuff. As for those who are buying imoo watches for kids, yeah, because they are originally watches for kids, use a different, yeah, the kid is 7 years old. Again, 7 years old, guys. To be honest, a 7 year old kid is actually probably would be okay with our Z1. Z1 is actually pretty good watch, and then Z1 is the first generation of our imoo watches for kids, and it is only 129 years. So if you are not sure if your kid is gonna use the watches or will be happy with them, or maybe you're not sure if your kid is okay with having anything on the wrist for the whole day, you can go for Z7, Z1, sorry, and then you can see like for example, a year later you can choose our Z7 and switch them. If you want to transfer all of the data from one watches to another one, you can just scan the code with a back camera of Z7, so everything will be transferred to the new watches, so you shouldn't be worried. Yeah, as I told you about emergency call, the guys who are watching this not for the first time, you guys know that I'm always having troubles with, you can see now that there is option for having an emergency call, right? For me, it is such a trouble because all the time I try to do it, I fail. For the emergency call, you just need to write C on the screen. Uh, and then when I do that, oh yeah, it worked today, guys. You can see it here. So happy about this, to be honest. I always fail, right? You know that. As for emergency calls, they are available all the time. But yeah, I even know some kids who are too lazy to try to find someone in the contact list, so they just literally have a call or using the emergency call option. Why not? I would do the same because I'm also a lazy one. Uh, 7. No, no. It's not gonna work like that. It's not like you're trying to kill the kid's freedom. Surely you will never see the privacy still works. You will never see what exactly the kid is sending. Like, let's say for in the chats, you will never be able to see the pictures that the kid took with the watches, as long as the kid doesn't share the pictures with you. So what you're gonna be able to see is where exactly the kid is. You will be able to see the track for the past 2 weeks. You will be able to see the fitness activity for the past month. Then you will also be able to see the contacts list and the friends list. The friends are a bit different. By the way, who knows the difference between contacts and friends? On the app, you can open, and for example, I know, let me see. For example, Alex, who's Alex? I'm not quite sure. I guess this one's Alex. We can see that Alex has one friend and one contact. They are actually different. The contacts and friends are different because the contacts are those who are using the watches as well. So, for example, if your kid is having these watches and your kids are a classmate, for example, or a friend or a neighbor is having this one, the way they add friends is that they just bump up the watches. There is a feature which is called add friends. Let me open it. Add friends. Here it is. It literally says bump and add friends, and then we also go for this one. Can't treat. But anyway, so yeah, you bump up 2 watches like this, and then they become friends immediately, as long as it is not restricted with the app. So the parents allow. Yeah, you bumped it up. Your kid does, and then you can see who your kid added into the friends list, and then they all can always contact each other. So but surely you will not be able to see what exactly they're talking about. Privacy. It's for those who is worried about that, but honestly, I would never think that for example, when I was a kid, that my parents would, try to read what I'm typing in my cell phone. The same with your kids, I guess. They will probably have no idea, or they will never have those thoughts that your kid is, the parent is gonna see the, yeah. And it's a little bit different, to be honest, because if you can do it, it doesn't mean that you're gonna do that, right? So, for example, if you have the option of seeing the kid's location, it doesn't mean that you will always try to see where exactly the kid is, right? For those who really do worry about the kids' privacy, all of those, personal space, yeah, if you don't want to check the friends list, let's say, just don't check that. If you're having good relationship with your kids, I guess your kid will never mind. I guess, I'm not quite sure, guys, what's going on there. But anyway, I'm a watches, well, they're originally created not for those reasons, like, it was not like I want all of the kids to all. Well, yeah, if your kid doesn't like it, then don't buy it. That's all I can say, if you don't worry about that, because I personally don't. My kid's okay. Yeah. And for the difference between Z1 and Z7, why the price is there? Well, the price is different because the features are different. The Z7 is the next generation, so it has more features, and then it is waterproof. You can see it here, by the way. yeah, it's water. And then it works. Probably a little bit later we'll try to have a call and you will see how the camera works inside the water bottle. But anyway, so yeah, Z7 also has two cameras, the front one and the back one. You can also flip out the screen. Yeah, by the way, about the back camera, obviously it's not here, right? Because this part is on the wrist. So when the kid puts the watches on the wrist, so let me put it first. It will the kid wouldn't be able to use the back camera if it was there, right? So for this reason, we created the flip up screen. So you can by the way, when again, as I told you, when the first time I saw them, I had no idea where the back camera is, and then they told me that I have to flip up the screen. I was like, how? So I tried my best. Literally, I was sure I'm gonna break them, but anyway, so yeah, there is a button here, and then you need to just press it here and then flip it up. Once you flip up the screen, the back camera will be here. So here it is. Here's the back camera, which quality is better than the front one. Also, it works good for those kids who love having video calls, because it's always easier to have video call like this, right? You can even put your your arms here and then have a talk, because when the kid is using, for example, our Z1, the kid is always needs to keep it like this, which is not really comfortable, I would say. But anyway, so yeah, for the back camera is here. The quality is much better than the front one. The front one is 2 megapixel, the back one is 5 megapixel. And then again, Z1 has only one camera, 2 megapixel, the front one. Then what is another difference? Z7 is waterproof, and in the fitness activity it's possible to choose the swimming one, so everything can be counted there. Also for the positioning as well, the location is more precise when when your kid is using Z7. I would say that your kid, if your kid only needs to have calls, you know, saying mommy or daddy pick me up from school, you can just use Z1. If your kid is not gonna use any other features, it's Z1, 129 euros, and then yeah, you will always be able to keep in touch with your kid, and you will always be able to see the location and the historical track for the past 2 weeks. Then it's fine. Your kid, yeah, for Z7 and for Z1 we have the same app. The same, our imoo app is here. Then we have all of those kids that this parent has. So how many kids we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 kids here, but yeah, anyway. Even if you have 7 kids, you'll always be able to see where exactly they are and where they were for the last 14 days. Then for fitness activity as well, you can see that here we go for fitness. We have steps here. Then we have alarm. Alarm has nothing to do with fitness anyway. So yeah, because it is in German, so I'm a little bit confused. We have chats. We have. I have no idea how to read that, but anyway, yeah. We also have camera here, but only the front one. We can have a sticker cam, so for those kids who love taking, you know, funny selfies or stuff. But yeah, for the Z7, when the kid is using the back camera, there is also a sticker cam. There's also funny cam. There are so many camera apps here. All of the apps are actually our own, so we do not cooperate with any other, you know, all of those app stores or well, I wouldn't say the names of the companies, but I guess you guys all understand what I'm talking about. We have our own app store. It is called App Center on our imoo app. We go for our App Center and we can see what exactly the kit is here. App Center, then yeah, you can see all of the apps that your kid is using, and then you can see for how long your kid uses them. So if you believe that your kid is having too much screen time, you can just, you know, restrict the usage of any apps. let's say, for example, here we have restriction of using AI scanner because probably the kid was using the watches for too long and the parent believed that it doesn't work well with with studying or something. By the way, about restrictions, you can also restrict the use of the watches when the kid is at school or maybe for the night time. The watches will automatically be blocked, so the kid will never be able to use them, excluding for the emergency call feature. Even if the watches are restricted for usage at school, let's say from, I don't know, 8 a.m. till noon. I'm not quite sure what exactly the time of the kids' lessons. But anyway, yeah, if you restrict the use, but still the emergency call feature is going to be working. And location, yeah, positioning is also working, all of the stuff. The only difference is that the kid will not be able to use the apps, and then the kid also will not be able to call to anyone or to send any messages or to take pictures, but all of that stuff. Well, if your kid is on, it's a little bit different because if your kid is on holidays, you will never set the restriction, will you? Your kid is already on holidays, no school. There is no need to, to restrict the screen time, I guess. But again, it all depends. Surely it's all up to you. But if you do worry about your kid taking pictures, let's say when the kid is in summer camp, just please do not set the restriction. You can always change it actually. It doesn't matter if the watches are close to you or not. For example, your kid is traveling to another city to a summer camp with the watches. You can always use the app to see everything, and you can see how long the kid is using the watches, and you can see yeah, for to which app. Wow, what we got here? Yeah, the guys, we were talking about some conditions that we can use the watches. This is the severe one. You can see that the watches are frozen. We'll call it a little bit later, guys. You can have a look how weird it is. But anyway, it still works, and it's all okay. Yeah, you can see this all works even if it is frozen. All of the features are okay. Oh, we even had a message, but anyway, so yeah, it's all here. So it's actual waterproofing, even if it is ice. Ice proof, yeah. It's actually pretty cold. But anyway, so yeah, a little bit later probably I will show you that everything is okay with the stripe, and then we can even try to have a call. Let's say we will call to a sister, and then video call. Which one is sister actually? This one is sister? Or is this? Let's check which one you just the sister, but anyway. Hold. Here it is, still working. We can see the time. It's 10 o'clock here, and it's German. Maybe it's in German, 10 o'clock. But anyway, you can maybe later, guys. Yeah, it is waterproof. If we're talking about Z7, it is waterproof. Z1 is not. Just Z1, just 2. They're not waterproof, so your kid cannot use them at school or when the kid is having a swimming class. But if your kid is like, doing sports, why not? Why not? I mean, it's not like you will always do that. And surely your kid will never be in these kind of conditions, right? So it's like when we do show this to you, it's just to prove how good the quality is, and just to see that anything can happen and the watches are gonna be okay. Even later on, probably we'll show you how we can put the watches to the washing machine and call, and then we still can have a video call, and everything is fine with the camera and with the screen and with the stripe, with the battery and all that stuff. As for this, I really do hope your kid will never be frozen. Will never be in such conditions, guys. But yeah, we do it just to show you how good how good it is. And where is my X? Here it is. So we can actually use the axe, just try to... cold, 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 cold. We can use the axe, try to... Maybe later, guys.
Yeah, maybe later.
If you want me to do it now, just let me know, but maybe a little bit later, okay? By the way, it's for the quality of the watches, it's all good to always, yeah, using the X to see how good the screen is. So if your kid loves to play a lot at the playground and run a lot and all the stuff, you shouldn't be worried about that, because everything's gonna be okay with the watches, as long as your kid is not doing anything on purpose. Because yeah, when you try to do something on purpose, surely at the end you will succeed. Yes, that's cool. That's really lovely, actually. Yeah, as for white now we have everywhere, not only in Germany. So if you like it a lot, you can go for it, right? I honestly have no idea which color your kid likes. Sorry. I would go for the white one. Yeah, because it's easy to, No, 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 no. Once again, Z1 is not waterproof. Z1 is not waterproof, and Z1 has only one camera. Z7 is waterproof and has two cameras. The front one and the back one. The back one's quality is much better, so the kid can take pictures if your kid is interested in that, as my kid is. So it would be cool to have Z7 for sure. And Z7, well, the price difference is not too big, to be honest. Z7 is 219 euros, and Z1 is 129 euros. So it's less than 100 euros, but your kid can get two cameras. Your kid can get more options in the fitness app, not only the steps, and not only the... what was that? Skipping. Also sit-ups, and also swimming. For swimming, it works actually pretty cool. I do use it for swimming as well, because this way your kid is gonna be able to see how many calories burned, then the well, yes, that's what I'm talking about. When your kid is having outdoor swimming, it's better to use X10, but I'm not quite... Yeah, we have it here. Here is the X10 watches. They are okay. If you're interested, you can let us know, because we have no stock in Europe yet. But yeah, the X10, they also have indoors and outdoors activities like swimming, running. We have also hiking. We have cycling, and then the difference is between Z7 and X10 is that you can separate it. You can use this detachables. So you can use a rope here. Like when I was little, we used one of my classmates, or maybe not even one, maybe a bit more, they used their cell phones with a rope, so they put it on the neck or maybe to the pocket. It is okay with these watches as well. But again, we don't have any stock in Europe yet. If you are interested, just let us know. We'll try to figure it out, because this is our latest product. And yeah, for me, I would personally go for X10 for sure, because it's better to use, and then the cameras are really good there. Well, much better than we have here, because it's the latest generation. But anyway, the cameras are good enough for for the watches. Well, again, if you don't want your kid to use some apps, you just restrict that. This is the way our app works. We have App Center, for example, app disabled. You can see that some apps can be limited in use, so you can limit the time. For example, here we have messages and time limited for 60 minutes. This kid can use messages for 60 minutes, and then, for example, AI scanner is available without any restrictions. So if your kid wants to use AI scanner for for the whole day, it's also possible. But also there is another restriction, which is again, when your kid is at school, you can also restrict the school time, because I know some schools, they do not allow kids to use the watches at school You can set the time, for example, from, I don't know, 7 a.m. till noon, so your kid will not be able to use any other options, but only to see what time it is and day of the week, and also what else? Date as well. Location tracking. Only 2 weeks. Well, I guess there is no need to know. I mean, to keep more information, like for example, for a month or for a year or whatever. 2 weeks is pretty enough. If you don't think so, just let us know again. We never actually checked, but I guess it's okay. Why we have 30 days for the fitness track? Because it's easier to, when you're trying to see your improvements, or you want to see how your kid is doing, or maybe not, maybe a kid not improved. Who knows? But anyway, so yeah, it's better to see when you have a month period. Yeah, but as for the just for location, we believe 2 weeks is okay. Again, the difference is not that big. Z7 we have 219 euros. For the white one, we are, if I'm not mistaken, we're having promotional price. Please see it in the shopping bag or on our website. Then we have Z1 in 2 colors as well. The other one is green. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but anyway. The Z1 is just 129 euros. For both of them, we have 15 days no reason return. So, for example, if you received the watches and you didn't like, I don't know, anything, for example, you don't like the color, or maybe you believe that the strap is not like this, not the silicone, or maybe your kid believes it is too difficult to put something on the wrist for the whole day, then you probably want to return. Yeah, you can do it within 15 days. Again, maybe you can just go for 2 of them. For example, you don't. By the way, the difference between colors is not really well. You can see, right? So it's actually a Z1. They're better for little kids, just because the kids love these kind of colors. If you can go for 2 of them, and if your kid chooses one, the other one you can return back to us without explaining the reason. Surely you can let us know. We do worry and we are wondering why, but it's not necessary again. And then we also have 2 years warranty, 2 weeks warranty, 2 years warranty. So if something happens, let us know. We will try our best to solve your problem as soon as possible. If we're talking about Z7 again, it is waterproof, it is ice-proof. You can see it here, it still works. Yeah, you can see the time, you can see messages, you can send messages and stuff. It is also waterproof, and we're gonna show it to you. Shall we do it now?
Yeah.
Here we go for our, I know, let it be this one. Shall we have a call or just put them here? Yeah, one moment. We'll call to this watches. What is the name of this kid? Let it be this one, because I have a name written here. This is called Kid. The kid. Here we have video call. Abgerbro. I can't read German, sir. So here is. Why do we have kid here? But anyway, so yeah, here we go. We pick up the call. I'm gonna. It's okay. We just pick it up. Then the sister, hello. I'm gonna. Yeah, I turned off microphone and speaker. Here it is. Here the way it works. We put them inside. Then shall we go for it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Soy sauce. The watches. We're having video call now, and we're gonna put soy sauce there. I don't want to do that all the time. Anyway, for those who know this brand of soy sauce, you understand that it is always used for, for giving some color. So you don't want to. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, go for mayo. We also have ketchup here. If you want us to put ketchup, just let us know. Oh my god. That's weird. If I did that when I was little, my mom would kill me probably for doing this stuff for the watches. Yeah, you can actually, guys, see the way it looks like because we're still having our video call. It works. Really weird, but still works, right? And then to prove that it is actually waterproof, we can put our watches to our little washing machine. Oh gosh. It's weird, isn't it? But anyway, here it is. You can see that the screen is not okay because it's all in mayo, but we're gonna see it while it is inside the washing machine. If I put the watches into the washing machine, oh, damn, it freaks me out. You can see how it works actually. So the watches are there. The camera is working, but it is still all inside mayo. We're having, well, again, it doesn't mean that your kid will be in such conditions, right? The same for the eyes. Your kid is not. It's, no, still not okay. Maybe later. So anyway, here it is. Maybe next time we shouldn't use mayo, right?
In your camera.
Oh my god! Hey, you just pick up the phone again. Again. It's so weird, isn't it? But anyway, it works. So we are doing that not just to show you guys that. Well, yeah. Hopefully, no. Hopefully, your kid will never be in such conditions. Yeah. Again, only for Z7. It wouldn't work for Z1 because Z1 is not waterproof. Z1 is. But anyway, so yeah, here's the. By the way, here's the way you can see where exactly the kit is while having the video call. You can see the exact location online, so you can see how the kit is moving, and when was the last. So just now was the last check-in. Also, you can switch the cameras. Here we go. Here you are, my coworker. Hang up. Yeah, call ended. Then you can see the way you can. Well, the kid never actually called to the parent here, but anyway. So yeah, the kid also can send some messages. By the way, we have few languages. We have German, we have Mandarin, we have English, we have Spanish, right? Yeah. You can see, even here you can see German and English together. Thank you. So here are the watches. By the way, let us send a picture again. My favorite coworker here. Yeah. Just menu never works good. Yeah, because it's so here is the picture. We will send that to our app. Well, surely, yeah, you can see it here. What is the name of these watches actually? We can also have a call. Actually, you can Uncle Dean. We can have a call and you can see that these watches are working okay, just with voice calling water as well. Well, we do not use the microphone because it affects you guys. The sound is really harsh when it is inside the washing machine. Then we're gonna send the message here, just to show you how the picture looks like. Album, here's the picture, send, then I guess it's German as well. Z7 is waterproof, Z1 is not waterproof. Z7 you just saw inside the washing machine. Z1 is okay if your kid is just washing hands. But anyway, if your kid is, swimming somewhere, just playing in the waves, it's not okay. Yeah, here it is. Here's the quality of the picture that was made, with our Z7. Well, I believe it's actually pretty good, isn't it? And the colors are okay. Especially when we're talking about the watches. When I was little, my first phone never had this kind of quality. My first phone didn't even have a camera.
Yeah, me too.
I remember I was grade 1 at the time, so my phone was like, no, but it was not black and white. It was already colored one. It was Siemens, I guess. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, if I was a child now, I would go for Z7 for sure, not Z1. So Z1 is really okay for those kids who are really little, let's say 5 years old. For example, when they're in the kindergarten, and the only thing they need the watches are just for having for what actually.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, but anyway, for Z7 is good for those who are in elementary school, and then later, yeah, the kids can switch to X10, but only later when we have stock in Germany. The other European countries, but anyway, yeah. By the way, for the white color, now we have it everywhere, so you can see it on our website, and you can see because if I'm not mistaken, we're having a promotional price now for the white color. The same features with the Z7 other colors, so it's pretty much the same watches, but only with another color. Yeah, it's the stripe is white on the back. Someone asked me, but anyway, for yeah, that's what I started talking about. This is the charger. This is the magnet one. Here is the place for a charger. So literally you could do like this, and then the watches you're charging. We do recommend to charge them overnight. One of the reasons is that the watches do not work when they're charging. It's not it's not like they do not work, but it's not possible to use any apps because we do restrict that. We to be honest, we don't really want the kids to use anything that is, has anything to do with electricity. Safety first. So when the watches are charging like this and no features are available, to use them, you would need to unplug first. We do recommend to charge them overnight. Charging doesn't affect alarms, so if your kid wakes up, using yeah, again, it doesn't affect emergency calls as well. Or emergency calls are possible, they're available, and alarm is okay. For charging, it takes 2 to 3 hours, I guess, from 0 to 100. So it's not like it takes 10 hours. So there is need to charge for the whole night. Then it's cool. But it all depends on your school. I'm not quite sure. Well, most of the schools that I'm aware of, they are okay with imoo watches because, first of all, there is no calculator. So if your kid wants to use a calculator, it's not possible anyway. Then there might be a restriction for if you're not sure if it is okay or not. You'd better ask the teachers first or the principal or who is responsible for that. I'm not sure. Here, the kids are okay and the schools are okay, so I guess every kid has imoo watches. Probably, 99%. Let's say like this. Anyway, so for the AI scanner, again, for using AI scanner, you need to use the back camera because, it's not like you have to, but it's much convenient. Here we go, our AI scanner. You can set another language. So, for example, if you live in Germany and your kid's native language is German, you can set English for AI scanner. So your kid is gonna learn English using the watches. So, for example, I'm gonna take a picture of the watches and to see what exactly it is, how it's gonna identify them. And it says TSLR camera. Well, yeah, maybe. Let us use my coworker, my best coworker here. By the way, AI scanner not only tells what exactly it is, but also right here on the screen, your kid will be able to know how to type this. Yellow duck. Here it is. Also, the watches are pronouncing that. So, for example, if your kid is learning English and doesn't know how to read a few words, let's say the word duck or the word yellow, probably the word yellow, but anyway, the watches have pronunciation as well. It worked so well with those who are trying to, to make the kids learn the other here it is. It is waterproof. Z7 is waterproof. Z1 is not. The colors are a little bit different. So even, for example, we do recommend our Z1 for those who are, let's say, 5 to 7 years old. Then for elementary school, we do recommend our Z7. You can see how the colors are changing, right? And then we have X10 for, for high school, for example, middle school. You can see that the color is not that bright. Still pink, but anyway. I really do love X10, honestly, guys. Once we have stock in Germany, just go for it. It's literally the best watches I've ever seen. Not only for kids, but for adults as well. And the cameras are really good there, so you can literally use the separate one. You can use, I don't know, just cameras like this one. You want to, to take a video of something that is up there. Not sure. No. No stock, not yet. But again, you can DM to us or even say in the comments. We'll just show it to our team who's responsible for logistics. Not me, guys. Yeah, already melting. You can see it there. Still okay because, well, ice is water as well, but just frozen, right? So we do have all of the certificates, so you shouldn't be worried that we transfer data to the third parties or stuff like that. If we didn't have those certificates, we wouldn't be able to buy anything, to sell anything in Europe, right? We do have all of the certificates. You can see them on our website or our social media as well. And then, yeah. Or you can even go to our physical store. We do have one in Germany. We have in England, if I'm not mistaken, also Spain. But yeah, again, Amazon or our website is better, to be honest. I have some discounts there. Yeah. It's better than on Amazon. Yeah, well, the kids are having so much fun, to be honest, especially when they're using the fitness app with Z7, because Z7 has music when you open the fitness app. So, for example, when the kids are using skipping feature. Oh, by the way, there are some schools, I mean, at least here, every school, I'm not sure about you guys there, but they do let the kids, especially elementary school students, they let them have the, it's not like competitions and it is not examination as well, but the kids, they, well, probably, yeah, I should call it examination. The kids need to use the jump rope for, let's say, for 200 times, and then just, I don't know, in 2 minutes, let's say. I'm not quite sure about the time exactly. So Z7, they have music for that. Z1, no music. So when the kids, well, music always gives us motivation, right, when we're having some sports activities. Well, at least it works with me. And well, let me see. This kit is called Nina, actually. So the kid can also choose, let's say, the avatar for him or her. Then there can be, yeah, we can choose gender. We can choose some shells, which are like, it's a little bit weird also. Then we have customization for the clothes. So literally this kit looks like this. I'm not quite sure if you can see it. We have a few cameras here, so guys, I'm gonna show to all of you, but I'm not sure if it is clear or not. But anyway, so the kids are having some fun when they're choosing all of those things, because they can see them when they are contacting each other. So literally, like, we are having our pictures on our social media as well. Yeah, again, imoo has own app center, so it's not like honestly, you shouldn't be worried about the all of the sensitive content or the content that you don't want your kid to see, because imoo are watches for kids. They have no ads. We have no nothing like that. That's why I love to use them, to be honest. But it's okay. Well, honestly, let's be honest. My cell phone has a lot of ads and a lot of content that I don't want to see, but sometimes I cannot skip because some apps do cooperate with them. They have all of those, it's all about money sometimes. Anyway, imoo watches is not like that. We do not have that because we know that the kids are using our watches. We know that the kids shouldn't see a lot of information, and then well, I would say environment should be safe around all of the kids, so that's why. Um, I, well, it's a little bit complicated question. Yeah, because not all of you can see the comments right from, but anyway, yeah. There are some parents, as we see now, who are worried about the kids' freedom, kids' privacy. As for freedom, let's say giving some kids, giving freedom to kids also means to give some responsibility. So that's why we have some features like, let's say, alarm. So the kids, even from the little age, they can know that, for example, they do have freedom to wake up in the morning themselves, but they need to set the alarm themselves as well. So it's the responsibility for them. It works. I know a lot of kids who are, who are happy about that, especially those little ones, for example, grade one, who are like, I'm like an adult, I can do it myself, all of this stuff. So yeah. Um, well, I guess it works. Um, Maybe something happens to your phone, or maybe you're using the laptop, but for other guys, it's okay. They never mentioned that we're having some troubles. As for the app, yeah, I'm gonna show you how it looks when you want to see where exactly your kid was. Let's say, for example, I will have, let's say, Alex. Historical track. Um, Again, it's for the past 2 weeks, but you should understand that some of the watches we always keep in the office. So that's why they don't have any historical track. But let me see. Let me see. For example, Nina. Historical track. The location is precise, so yeah, you can see it no matter where exactly you are. For example, you're living in Korea, for example, South Korea, and your kid is traveling to Germany, you still will be able to see the exact location of your kid. It would be precise, even the building. So, or for example, you live in Germany and your kid is spending, I don't know, summer vacation with grandpa and grandma in Spain. Still, you will be able to see that all because it all works with GPS and GLONASS. Also, no historical track. But anyway, this is the way. Let me try to find one, okay? As for the friends, yeah, again, the difference between friends and contacts. Contacts are those who are not using the app, but who are using the just the phone number. Friends are those who are using the watches. So if your kid adds someone using bumping up to watches, as I showed you, then they will become friends immediately as long as you do not restrict that. But if your kid wants to add someone who is using the phone, for example, I don't know, let's say grandpa, you would need to put that phone number to the app. So all of those contacts are gonna be checked by you. It's not like you would add someone you don't know, right? So you should be pretty calm about, those people who your kid is contacting because you know all of them. Hopefully. Here's Leo. Leo also had no. Oh, here it is. Here we go. For example, Leo. We had track for the 4th of July. It was 2 weeks ago. We have generating the track. You can see how it looks like. You can see the destination, you can see the starting point, you can see the speed of the kit and how the kit moved. You can see this all information. You can also share this video with someone because, for example, not every kit was using the app. Here we go. Yeah, because some kits they're using. No, Z1 is not waterproof. This one, Z1 is not waterproof. Z7 is. Here you can see. So you can even see the speed that the kit was moving, 79 meters per minute. And the whole route was 820 meters. You can share this with someone who is using another app. We can do the screen recording. So after there is a record, we can send it to anyone else in another app. Let's say you're using another messenger. It might be Line, Kakao Talk, WeChat, anything. You can share it. For example, mom is using imoo app and that doesn't. You can. Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Does it? I'm not quite sure. Here, yeah, you can see the location. You can see all of those ways. You can see where exactly the people were moving. So the people, the kids. Here, for example, the kid started the route at 6:55 in the evening, and then we can go. It was pretty long way. Probably the kid went back home from school, or you can see that. I believe it is the subway. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure. But you can see that all. You can see what the kid crossed. Then you can see if the kid was walking or probably cycling or anything like that. You can see the speed, you can see the destination, you can see what time the kid started, what time the kid finished. The kid arrived at that place at 6:38 p.m. There was 138 meters per minute. The mood was overall good and it was 8.62 kilometers in total. So yeah, obviously it was the subway because the kid wouldn't be able to walk like that, right? As for fitness activities, again, yeah, you can see the track for the past 30 days, but we don't have anything here. Here you also can see the step count. You can see the calories burned, and you can see the duration of the exercises. Again, Z7 is okay for sit-ups, for skipping, for jogging, and for swimming. Z1 only counts the steps, but which is also, this is Z1, yeah, which is also okay for those little kids. I know some families who even check the amount of steps that they walked in the evening, for like for the mom, dad, and the kid. So kind of competing like that. And it turns out that the kid has more steps than the adults. Well, the kids are pretty active, aren't they? So they're having so much fun running around and doing all the stuff. But we adults, we do spend a lot of time in the office or driving a car or doing our adult stuff. Again, yes, that's why Z1 is cheaper than Z7. It has one camera, it has less fitness options, it is not waterproof, so it is 129 euros. And it doesn't matter which color, if it is green or pink. So again, it only has the front camera. It's 129 euros. 2 years warranty, 2 weeks, 15 days, no return. As for the 7, it has 2 cameras. It has 4 fitness features. It is waterproof, so it can be used for swimming activity. So it is 219 euros. Again, 2 weeks of no reason return, 15 days, and then 2 years of 2 years warranty. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is pretty harsh, isn't it? Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I guess I already said pretty all. I'm not sure. Then, as for the app, yeah, no, it doesn't matter how many adults are gonna use that. But the admin is gonna be only one, the one who is gonna be in the emergency contact. Emergency contact, the kid can only have one, so it's either gonna be mom or dad, I guess, maybe sister, because we have here, or we will have uncle. But anyway, yeah, so normally we only have one. I guess there is no need for even more emergency contacts. And hopefully your kid will never use any emergency contacts, but as long as your kid is not lazy. So I do sometimes, but anyway. Yeah, Z7, we have 3 colors. We have blue, we have pink, and we also have white color now. We actually are having white color only in Europe now, if I'm not mistaken. As for Z1, it comes in 2 colors, the green one and the white one. Not the white, sorry, the pink one. You can see the well, it is precise. And for example, when you're having a call, we just showed you that you will see the kit, you will see the exact location of the kit right now. If the kit is using Z7, you will also be able to see the surroundings, so you can switch between cameras, and your kit will never be able to stop you. So, for example, if your kid doesn't want you to know what's going on around, you still can do that if you want, because there is an option which is called to see the environment. So you will see the surroundings and you will see where exactly the kid is. Then, okay. As for the sorry, no, that was not for you. Well, you can try to guess. As for the watches, yeah, we have German, we have English, we have Mandarin, and we also have Spanish. To be honest, maybe we have any other languages. Let me check. As far as I know, we only have 4 of them. App settings. No, we don't have it. Sorry. Yeah, we do have even low power mode. We do have as well. So it's for those kids who are do worry. Well, for example, if they are, you know, staying at. Some kids are doing sports, so they do it in the evening. And for example, if the watches have no power, still shouldn't be a problem because we have low power mode, so it still will work. Well, not all of the features, but anyway, the kid will be able to call you and say pick me up or stuff like that. And again, if our kid is using a lot of features, we do recommend to charge the watches every day, normally overnight. If your kid is using the watches for only a few calls during the day, very short ones, like, you know, mom, okay, or dad pick me up, with that kind of stuff, and also the kid just uses the watches to see what time it is, then it is okay to charge them, let's say once per 2 or 3 days, 3, 4. If your kid is using a lot of features, especially the fitness one, yeah, then there is needs to charge them every day. Like we do charge our phones. We do charge them every single day, right? So it would be cool if we can charge our phones once per 3 days or even more. But it would never happen to me because, yeah, too much screen time for work. As for kids, yeah, sometimes the parents are worried that the kids are spending too much time using the watches, but in fact, it's not like they're using them for, for not all the time they're using them for playing, right? Sometimes they're using, for example, AI scanner, which works good with studying. Oh, boxing. I guess when your kid is doing boxing, it's not really nice to use any of the electronic devices. I'm not quite sure. I guess no. But again, during the training, nothing would happen to the watches, honestly. And again, as I showed you, we have an axe. We can hit them. They're okay, but as far as I know, when they're having some trainings, even if it is, well, you'd better ask your kid's coach first. But anyway, your kid is not doing boxing for during the whole day, right? So you can still buy our watches for, for using them while the kid is at school or while the kid is at the playground or at home or at any other place except for training. I know watches are cool. Yeah, I believe so. I really do enjoy them. Even, I know, being an adult, it still works well. It has no ads. It has no, content that I don't want to see all of that stuff. So it's really okay. It's still melting here, as you guys see. Ice is melting. The watches are still working okay, even if they're already not in the frozen water, but just in water. Well, yeah, it is pretty hot actually, but it was frozen. So yeah, it's melting, but not that fast as we could probably expect it to be. No, but I have a lot of water here, sorry. But anyway, so yeah, you can see that the watches are working. Maybe no, because my fingers also have a lot of water. But anyway, yeah, here they are. They're working. You can have a call. You can actually, I'm not quite sure what is the name of this kit, so but we can also try to have a call. Anyway, here we go. Sorry, 1 moment. So cold. Here they are. Here are our watches. I'm trying to. Here is, you can see the time. We can switch it. We can, send messages to someone or do the sports activity or open any other app. Still all works, even if it is inside the ice break. Sorry. Too cold. Yeah, again, your kid is probably will never be in such a condition. But yeah, it's just to prove that the quality of the watches is good because, yeah, as I mentioned, the watches were originally created for kids, and the idea about that was like, eating for love because our boss, he made watches for his kid. And he was traveling a lot. He still is an electronic engineer, so he was on business trips all the times, and he took a lot of gifts for his kid from from other countries. And then he already didn't know what to take, and he asked his son. So the kid's answer was actually really touching because he said, "Daddy, I want you to stay close to me." And then he decided that it should be something that would keep him to keep in touch with the kid, but also make the kid feel like it is fun to use the thing. So they created, he and his friends, also electronic engineers, they created our imoo watches. And then with those features like phone calls, video calls, messages, also voice messages, and just the ones that we type, text messages. Also with the possibility of taking pictures with Z1 only with the front camera, Z7 with both of them, the back and the front camera. So at the end, it turned out, especially the sports activities, as I mentioned, Z7 has music. So, for example, when the kids are doing skipping, they can use the music to keep them more energetic. Anyway, so it was all created, like, with the idea of creating for love. And then the watches, for example, even the stripe, we had a lot of choices, right? The stripe was a little bit different, the quality, I mean, from the side that is on the wrist and from the upper side as well. So the side that's on the wrist is a little bit softer, so it's better to, it feels better to skin. So it's not to skin, it doesn't cause any allergies because, yeah, again, as I mentioned, we've been through so many, tests while choosing the materials for the watches. The quality of the screen of the watches themselves is also really good. As I mentioned, I already used the X to heat it. It's okay. Even the cameras Z7 are waterproof. You can put them to the water like we did here to the soy sauce and the mayo, and then also ketchup, and then the washing machine, and then here they are inside water now. Still are working, and then yeah, all of the materials. Well, we did pay attention not only to the quality of the materials but also to the safety of those. Because we wanted it to be good well, we do worry about the kids. We do create the watches not because we want to, to always know where exactly the kid is and to be, those like, and watching you, all of that stuff. No, we created the watches just to be able to keep in touch with the kid and also to give a kid an opportunity to play with someone or something like this and contact other people. And yeah, so it's not only about killing the freedom, it's also giving the freedom and the privacy as well and all of that stuff. Thank you. Sorry guys. Talking for a long time actually affects the that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Z7 comes in 3 colors. White, then we also have pink. Here it is, and then we also have blue one. As for if you have any questions, you can always ask me. I'm gonna answer you because I guess I already told you everything that I know about the watches. And everything about all of the features. Again, waterproof, ice-proof. Hopefully, these kind of situations. But anyway, it's for Z7. Z7 has also 2 cameras, the back one and the front one. The back one is 5 megapixel, the front one is 2 megapixel. 2 megapixel camera will also have on our Z1, the front camera. Z1 has no back camera. As for fitness, Z1 only counts steps. Z7 has other activities like swimming because it's waterproof, also skipping, sit-ups, and jogging. Also, Z7 has AI scanner, which can be used for learning languages or just learning the world around if the kids do not know what are those things called, or how to write them, how to spell them, because they're going to be spelling on the screen, and also the watches are going to pronounce that for the kid. Also, What else? The watches can be used for taking pictures and also videos as well. And then if your kid wants to transfer them to a laptop or maybe to print them, firstly, the kid would need to send them to the app. So on the app, the parent can, as we saw this picture that the kid sent us, here it is. This picture was made with our Z7 watches. We can save the picture and then just transfer that to a computer or whatever wherever the kid needs or wants to. Also, we can have family chats here. Not so literally, you can contact not only the kid directly, but we also have a few family chats. We can have few people in there. Not only those who are using the watches, but also those who are using the phones. And our imoo app, again, our imoo app has no sensitive content, no ads, so it's all, you know, pretty safe and pretty nice to use that.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Thank you. As for the prices, our Z7 comes in in 3 colors now. We also have white one. It is 219 euros, no matter what color you want to. But for one, we can have discount. Please go to our website to see that. 219 euros, 15 days, no reason return. It doesn't matter for what reasons, you can send it back to us. We don't even ask you to explain that, but it would be okay if you don't, but if you do explain, we'll be happy to know the feedback. Anyway, 2 weeks, no reason return, 2 years warranty. If anything happens to your watches, literally anything, maybe something to the battery or to SIM card or to cameras or screen or stripe, no idea, something might happen. Or maybe there are some bugs because our IT team always works and we have updates. You can always contact us. Our after sales support will try to help you as soon as possible and try their best to solve the problems you're facing. As for Z1, Z1 comes in 2 colors, green one, which is not possible to see here, and pink one. Again, it has only 1 camera and less fitness activities. It suits more to little kids like 5 to 7 years old. It is 129 euros. Also 15 days no reason return, 2 weeks warranty. You can, if you're not sure which one your kid would want more and which one your kid would like more, you can go for 2 of them. For example, you can buy Z1 and Z7 in pink color, and then once you receive that, you can see it yourself. You can also show it to your kid. Maybe your kid will choose himself or herself the one that he or she likes more. And then you can send the other one back to us. So, but yeah, it's fine, but only within 15 days. After that, no reason return. The location, well, there are so many cases when you need to know where exactly your kid is, and you want to. And why we have also tracking, historical track, because it is sometimes important to know the route of the kid. There might be some construction works. We already had feedback such like there was construction new one. The parents didn't know about that. They only knew that the kid is late for school because the teacher said that keeps being late for the. I know there was a great one kid who kept being late for school like for a week. It turned out that there was some new construction work, so the kid needs to go to use another way to go to school, and that's why. But he still left home at the same time. So the parents needed to explain it to the kids, so they set alarm a little bit earlier and let the kid leave home a little bit earlier as well. So sometimes it is important to see the whole route. And yeah, there are some kids who are, saying, "Oh, Daddy, I'm having my music class," but in fact just playing somewhere at the playground. It also happens sometimes. I'm not telling that your kid is like that or every kid is like that, but sometimes it happens. So it is also important to see where exactly the kid was at exact time, for example, on Monday, 2 p.m. Because sometimes it happens as well. Even I know so many people who are doing like that, saying that they're having their, you know, classes, and then in fact just playing somewhere, like video games or just at a playground. Anyway, sometimes this happens. It's okay with high temperatures as well. It's pretty hot here these days. So the watches are, our imoo watches are okay with high temperatures as well as low temperatures. You can see it here. But well, hopefully your kit will never be in such conditions again. Z7 is waterproof. Z1 is not. Yeah, it's that waterproof that you can put them to the washing machine.
Yes.
Like we did now. Maybe no, maybe yes. It all depends on your kid. Maybe your kid loves to use this kind of things to take pictures. Well, for sure, if your kid is, let's say, a middle school student, probably the kid wouldn't really be interested in using the watches to take pictures, to be honest. Maybe your kid would want to go for a camera or for a cell phone. But if your kid is little, you know, they really love to play all of those cameras, because we have sticker cam, we have a lot of funny cameras as well. They do love taking selfies. They're having fun, so in fact, they're not having a lot of screen time while doing that. So it's not really harmful for the eyes. I hope so. As for other features, so that the watches need to have, like stopwatch and alarm, both of them they do. Z7 and Z1, two of them, they have stopwatches. They have alarm. Alarm works even when the watches are charging. Again, the watches are charging with the magnet charger. Here it is. When you charge, the watches do not work. So for using all of the features the watches have, you need to unplug it first. It's all made for the safety of the kids, so that's why also we do recommend to charge them overnight when the kid doesn't need to use them. It wouldn't affect the alarm as well. And normally from 0 to 100, it takes, let's say, maybe 2 or 3 hours of charging, maybe 2. And if your kid is using the watches a lot and uses a lot of features, like for example fitness and all of those trackings, it's better to charge every day. If your kid is not using the watches, you know, constantly, and your kid uses watches just for a few quick calls, and then just to see what time it is probably okay if the kid is using the watch, is charging the watches, you know, once per 2 or 3 days. There are some games as well, but yeah, you can always restrict them if you don't want your kids to spend too much time playing. But still, yeah, there are some. And also they are created by our team, so they are our own. They are in our app store, our app center, so it has nothing to do with other companies and other games as well. What else didn't I mention? You can let me know.
No, hello, no, hello. You still here, right? Huh? Uh-huh.
Let me see what is the name of this kit, so we can try to have a call to this phone. This is You can actually, yeah, you can see it works. So even if it is inside water for a long time, right? Starting from the very beginning. Now we have Uncle Dean we sent. Seriously.
Uncle Dean.
Uncle Dean sent us a voice message here, but yeah, here it is. It's not like I'm not quite sure about your provider, but probably, and normally, for example, here you can get an additional SIM card to your own, and then put it here to the watches, so your kid wouldn't need to have his or her own SIM card because there is no need for a phone number. The kid will have imoo account, so it has nothing to do with the phone number. But for location tracking, there is need for internet connection, so that's why the kid needs to use a SIM card to have a SIM card in the watches. Yeah. Also, when you call to your kid, you call using our app. It's not like you use the phone number or something. You use our app, and you cannot to call. No, it's not possible to call to your kid from another application. Let's say, for example, another messenger. It's not possible to call from Talk or WeChat to imoo app. To contact the watches, you always need to have our imoo app on your phone. And you should be in the contact list of that kid. In Europe, you can go to our website and to Amazon as well, but our website I recommend more because we have discounts. And you can see all pictures of our watches. You can see the prices. You can see what discounts we have. Then you can see the closest where the closest stock we have to your place. So on our website, you can see all of the details and pictures of the watches. If you have any questions, you can always ask me here in our live streaming. Again, our Z7 has 2 cameras, has 4 options for fitness. Also, it is waterproof up to 20 meters. It can be used for swimming, like as a sport. With counting all of the calories and duration of the trekking and the distance. So it is 219 euros. It comes in 3 colors, blue, pink, and white. Here we go. Then it's also it's bronze here as well. Pretty beautiful. So yeah, it's 219 euros. 2 weeks of no reason return. Also 2 years warranty. As for Z1 comes in 2 colors. The green one, obviously not possible to see, but anyway. And the pink one, it's 129 euros. We have discounts. Then yeah, 129 euros. Then Z1 is not waterproof, guys. Z7 is waterproof. You can see it here. Z1 is not. Z1 counts taps. Z1 has, let me see, has stopwatch, has alarm, has some cameras, sticker cam, funny cam, just normal camera. Then you can have some videos, you can have some pictures, you can send them, you can share them. Also, as in friend chat, steps, all of that stuff. Yeah, we do have it. Also, emergency call is possible. As I told you, the kid needs to write C on the screen. So it is cheaper than Z7, and it also has only 1 camera, the front one, 2 megapixel. So it's 129 euros, 2 years of warranty, 15 days no reason return. If you are not sure which one suits your kid more, you can go for 2 of them. Well, first of all, you can ask me questions. I'll let you know. But if you do not know which one is going to be more, comfortable for your kid to put on the wrist, you can buy two of them, and then within 15 days you can send us the one that you don't need to, and the other one just leave and let your kid use. There might be many reasons why your kid can choose either Z1 or Z7, because Z1 is a little bit a little bit smaller than Z7. I know that some people like the color more because it's colorful. Again, as I mentioned, the next generation is like the first generation of our imoo watches is pink is really colorful, right? Then we have Z7, the next generation, and then the next generation of X10. It's already not that colorful, so it suits more to those who are older, let's say high school students, for example, or maybe adults as well. Anyway, so yeah, for Z7, it's 219 euros. Also 15 days of no reason return, 2 years warranty. Again, for warranty, normally we people are contacting us because there might be some bugs, because our IT team always works. And for example, if you bought your watches, let's say a year ago, surely during the year we had some updates, so there might be some little bugs that can be solved like in a minute, let's say, or so. So if something happens, do not give up on your watches. Just contact us, our after sales support. We're always here to help you. We'll try our best to help you as soon as possible and solve your problem. For those who are in elementary school, I already recommend Z7. Well, elementary school students are like, how old are they? 6 to 12? Not quite sure. They already have, their interests. They would probably be happy to use the fitness app as well to track all of those, skipping activities and sit-ups. Well, maybe they're not kids working on sit-ups, but anyway, there's jogging and swimming as well. And there is music for example, for skipping. Also, there are some, competition activities with activity rings, because there are some people, some kids who love to compete a lot, right? As for the yes, now we have this color in other countries as well. You can go to our website or to just our website has some, or Amazon as well, actually, but better our website, because our website has more discounts, and you can see where exactly the closest stop. Yeah, like that. It's okay. Which one are you interested in? Z1 or Z7? That actually pretty extent. Yeah, me too. This one is the best, literally my new love, but I love the white one more. Anyway, if you're interested as well, you can actually let us know. Maybe we can have stocks in Germany, probably in Germany, maybe in other countries, but a little bit later. Now we only have Z7 and Z1 because X10 is the latest product. We've been selling that for like a month and a half, so still no stock in Europe. But if you're really interested, just let us know. I'll contact our logistics team, so they will try to. They will try to. I'm not quite sure how to. No, it's not possible. No.
No.
That camera doesn't work. So a little bit later, I'll ask my coworkers to show you this, or you can go to our website to see this color as well, because it is green. So because of the green screen, we cannot show you the system. Just I'm not sure what color you can see. Probably white, because of the. Oh, here it is. So here, guys, our Z7, Z1 comes in two colors. As I mentioned, the first one is pink one, and this is the second one we have. This is the green color. It's also pretty beautiful, isn't it? Of our Z1. I like it a lot, actually. As for, yeah, just to show you the colors closer, the difference between the Z7 and Z1 colors. So here they are. And then, for example, the next one is X10. It's already not that colorful, right? Then to see how big they are, the difference, X10 is a little bit bigger than Z7. Oh, no. X10 is actually the same with Z7. Z7 and Z1. Z7 is a little bit bigger because of the back camera. So, because it has here the... oh, this is the way the emergency call looks like. You can contact our Papa. We have quick dial then. Here is the button that you press just to flip up the screen. And here is the second camera as well. The camera is always covered with this thing when it is on the wrist, so should be no troubles. It wouldn't affect the skin or anything like that. So yeah, guys, you see that it is just a little bit bigger. And it doesn't really affect the weight of them. I would say they're pretty much the same. So, but surely if your kid feels not okay having the watches on the wrist for a long time, then you'd better not to. Normally they're okay, I guess. I hope. As for the white color, yeah, now we have it everywhere in Europe, so you can go for it. Before we used to have it only in Germany. White color, we have, again, the stripe is completely white on the back, but again, no one sees the back side of the stripe, right? What color is it? Well, it would be peach color or skin color, but yeah, you can call it. I'm not sure, honestly. Then this one is, I would say it is kind of browns. Maybe you can see it here as well. But it looks beautiful. Again, it suits more to those for, you know, let's say probably grade, 4, 5, 6. Those kids, I guess. Still, I believe little kids would like more to have more colorful watches. I guess. I'm not sure. Again, Z7 has two cameras, the front one, the back one. The back one, well, normally the people, it's not like a lot of people are asking, yeah, but people are wondering why we needed to have the flip-up screen, because firstly, our Z7 had no back camera, but still had the screen that we could flip up. By the way, you shouldn't be worried about that. It is okay, no matter how many times your kid doing that, still works well. It doesn't become loose. Nothing happens here, even if you use the power to do that. So for the watches, yeah, why we had it first, we had the flip up screen, but we didn't have the back camera, because it's more convenient to have a call when it is on the wrist and you just flip up the screen and use the front camera, than to use the front camera like this. Then wait, frequent flip ups, no response in 3 minutes, you see? So yeah, actually, it works for it is. Yeah, we have it just because we don't want the kids to play with the watches like this. Like I can do it here in the office. So happy to be not a kid anymore. But anyway, yeah. Again, because it's easier, because when you're having your Z1, your kid is having Z1, the kid is having video calls, the kid would always need to put the wrist like this, which is not really comfortable, I would say. So that's why we had the flip-up screen, and after that we thought like it would be better to have another camera as well. Again, while having a call, the parents can see the surroundings. Without even letting the kid know, because there is an option to use the back camera. Surely the camera should be up. For that reason, the screen should be up. The parent can see the kid, the parent can see the surroundings. So using both cameras and switch between them, the parent can see the exact location. All of this is available during the video call. If you're not calling to your kid, but you still want to know where exactly the kid is, there is option on the app. There you can open it and see the location, the position of the kid. Right now, if your kid is moving or just staying inside, you can see the building, you can see the number of the building, all of that stuff. Also, you can see the historical track, for example, even for this morning, for example, your kid is staying at school now and you want to see the route to school. You can always go to the historical track and you can see what time the kid started moving, what time the kid finished. Also, you can see the speed of the kit as well. Maybe for some people it is important. Then you can, what else can you see? You can see the overall mood, but it is again created automatically. It is not that mood board that kid feels in himself or herself. It is all based on blood oxygen, blood, heart rate, all that stuff. Then yeah, again, even if it happened just like half an hour ago, you can you still can see that. So I wouldn't say it is really expensive. Come on, it's just 200. Again, guys, the difference. Well, first of all, the difference is not that big, right? Z1 is 129, Z7 is 219. But still, yeah, there is difference. Z1 is suitable, well, it's better for those kids who do not need a lot of features, for those kids who would probably use, for example, alarm, then voice video calls, voice and video messages. Voice messages are actually pretty okay for those kids who cannot type or don't want to type, too late for that. Then we also have on Z1. Z1 can count steps. Z1 is okay for sending some stickers, for taking pictures with stickers, or finding cameras, stuff like that. Also, it's possible to record some videos, no problem. So that's why the price is cheaper than Z7. It is, and it is not waterproof, by the way. Yeah, again, if your kid washes hands, fine. If it is heavy shower outside and your kid is there, also fine, but it's not okay for swimming. It is 129 euros, 15 days, no reason return. Also, 2 years warranty. As for Z7 comes again in 3 colors. We have white, we have blue, and we have pink. It is completely waterproof, up to 20 meters. It has more fitness features, like 4 actually: swimming, skipping, jogging, and also sit-ups. Then it has the flip-up screen. It has 2 cameras: the back one 5 megapixel and the front one 2 megapixel. It has a lot of cameras as well. Also, the watch, what didn't I mention yet? Waterproof. It has more features in the fitness app, including music, and more features for competition, because it has all of those activity rings that the kids can share. Also, the kid can create an avatar himself or herself, so all of those pictures and with a lot of stickers. Kids love that, to be honest, like especially those in elementary school. Then also, what else we have here? It has AI scanner as well. As for the feature of adding friends, it is the same for Z1 and for Z7. It's just bump up and then become friends immediately. Start chatting. All of those chatting, sending stickers, sending pictures, sending videos, and taking them. It is the same. With the only difference that Z7 can be used on the 7 it can be used the back camera, which quality is much better than the front one. So that's why it's for sure it's more expensive, with 219 euros for any color. You can go for white, you can go for blue, or you can go for pink as well. 219 euros, 15 days, no reason return. 2 years of warranty. So if anything happens to your watches, your kids' watches, you can always let us know, and then it's gonna be solved as soon as possible. If your kid has your rentals. If your kid starts using Z1, for example, I don't know, when the kid is 5 years old, uses Z1 for 2 years, surely takes a lot of pictures, videos, and stuff like that. And then you want to go for the next generation of the watches. You understand that your kid needs more features, or your kid tells you that he or she wants to. You can go for Z7. Surely, well, not surely, but probably the kid would want to receive all of the information that he or she had on these watches and transfer all of the data to another one. It is possible. There is feature which is called data transfer. You just choose here. There's going to be a QR code here. The QR code can be scanned with the back camera of Z7, and then all of the data, including pictures and videos, will be transferred to the new watches. We do the same with our cell phones, don't we? So once the data is transferred, their kid will be able to use them. And then just keep using, surely the storage is bigger here on Z7. Then your kid can use them for, let's say, for the next 5 years or whatever. The watches can be actually used till college, no problem, even in college, why not? But still, we do not really recommend them to those little kids because they're just not able to use all of the features and they don't need them, and they will feel like probably, or you will feel like it's wasting money because the difference is almost 100 euros. It's all up to you, actually. Yeah, you can go to our website to see all of the pictures and to see the colors of the watches available in your country. It's our imostore.com. It's European one. You can see the prices, you can see the discounts there. And then if you are still not sure which one you need or which one you like more, Z1 or Z7, come back to our live streaming and I will answer your questions. Or you can go for both of them. You can buy 2 of them, and then within 15 days you can send us back one. Why not? Also possible. Because we have 15 days no reason return. Once you don't want to, you don't even need to explain us the reason, actually. You can just send it back to us. You can even send both of them to us. We are okay with that. But I'm pretty sure you will not, because you will fall in love with our watches. imoo watches are really cool, honestly, even for adult usage. But they're originally for kids, yeah, so we do promote them as kids watches, but I am being an adult still keep using them because they're cool. As for, but surely I would choose Z7, not Z1. Z1 is actually pretty okay. I like the color, it's really colorful. But still, I love taking pictures, so for me it's not okay. And it's not okay for those kids who love taking a lot of pictures, because they surely would want to use camera quality which is better, so they would want to go for Z7 and the back camera. Sticker cam works for selfies as well. Funny cams, kids love them. They're having not too much screen time taking pictures, but they're having a lot of much more time, having fun and laughing and enjoying discussions of all of those pictures. The pictures can be sent to a computer, but via the app, imoo app, which is on the phone of parents. Also, the videos as well can be transferred. Then the kid cannot see the tracking himself. For example, the route, the kid is not able to see. Neither on Z7 nor on Z1. Sorry, we don't have Z8, do we? Not in Europe. Anyway, so yeah, if the kid is not able to see the tracking can only be seen by parents. So when they are opening the app, there can be historical track again for 2 weeks. You can see the location of your kid, you can see where the kid was, you can see the route to school and back from school or any other place. Or maybe your kid is having fun in a summer camp, you can see the exact places where the kid went and for how long the kid stayed there indoors, in which building. You can see everything, even if your kid is in another country. So for example, your kid is traveling to Japan from Germany, let's say, you can see it all. And then also you can see the fitness fitness record for uh 30 days, but the kid is not able to see it with the watches. The kid is able to see it for a day and to see if all of those energy rings are closed, and if the kid is is on the first place or not first place while having the competition with classmates or friends or someone else. You can see it all on the app, and it is also a good thing to discuss with the kid, like have family time discussing where exactly the kid went to or what the kid did. So it just to spend a good time. Again, 219 euros for Z7, 129 euros for Z1. 2 weeks no reason return, 2 years warranty. Go for it, guys. If you have any other questions, please welcome back to our live streaming, and see you all soon. Bye bye. Thank you.